Hello, everyone. Welcome to one more Pause with Polly in the season of Lent. And what we have for this Sunday, the reflection we have is the soil of faithfulness, thinking of a faithfulness towards ourselves in terms of a preparation, time, and dedication to our tasks, to the things we do. It is so interesting that our booklet really mentions fruits or growing things. I am not the kind of a green thumb. And then I was reflecting on the sentence of the asparagus that is brought in the booklet. Do not begin by trying to grow asparagus. Care for and prepare the soil where asparagus will flourish. The good harvest will come. It brought to my attention, and I was looking in my mind for examples of my own in this term. And then, yes, preparation is key, preparation is essential. Often we think that nothing is happening when we are preparing, and once again, here I am preparing. But that's exactly when we needed to trust that that deepest growth takes place. It's not about rushing to the outcome, but about nurturing the right foundation so growth happens naturally. And then I also make the connection to a saying that I usually say in Portuguese, which is time has its own time in time. So yes, everything has a plan and a time for things to happen. Going around this, because I really needed to connect with the text itself in the terms of the gardening, but it brought to my attention, or brought it to my consciousness, that this is a lot what has been happening in my trajectory, my journey, how things happened when I was back in Brazil, being a language coaching. Nothing happened overnight, actually. I had the time of preparing myself, learning the language. I started teaching when I was 16, and I was teaching language schools. Then I moved long after to corporate training. And eventually I had the chance to build my own consulting practice with languages. It was a process of learning, trusting, reflecting, refining my skills, all together. But that part right there helps me understand my journey also nowadays. I see much of the same cycle happening and repeating in this journey as a coach and conscious leadership facilitator, also as a heart math mentor. I understand things don't happen boom out of the blue overnight. I am practicing the practice. I am expanding my knowledge, strengthening my connections, and I have the trust that just as the fruits of my language journey came in the right time, the fruits of this new path will also come. And I know to myself that the impact of my work is already unfolding. Every conversation, every session, every event that I facilitate is a seed that I am planting, is the soil that I am nurturing. And I can see that some seeds are already sprouting, and others are there, quiet, germinating beneath the surface. But I trust that they will come when they are ready to come. So just as the soil responds to care, dedication to my purpose will bring forward the results that I need, or that I'm looking forward to having at the right time. All this is when I related to looking at Jesus when he was in the wilderness. We sometimes see that the strength that he had when he was in the wilderness was from being there during those 40 days. And hey, it was not just about those 40 days. It was also the preparation he was having before that, cultivating the soil of faith, feeding on the scripture, and being fully connected with God, trusting that God was with him all the time, being paired, connected really, really, really deeply in there. It is beautiful to look at ourselves and, yes, look back to ourselves and then look further back to the learnings that come through the scriptures to us, through the stories of Jesus to us, and how we can really rely on these stories, on his stories. It is so embedded with us, and the main point here is that when we trust the process to commit to this faithfulness, to commit to nurturing the soil within, the fruits will come. So when we think of joy, patience, kindness, and self-control, which are qualities of our spirit, it is not just that they will be there. We need to cultivate them. We need to bring to our awareness and to be connected to them. To connect to joy, to connect to patience, to connect to kindness, to connect to self-control. Daily, daily, daily. And this is our real work. Even when it seems that nothing is happening, everything is happening because we are nurturing our own soil. So taking a deep breath, maybe even getting a pen. I have my marker because I was reading the booklet and taking notes on it and marking some passages on it, going further on what I wanted to bring forward, also related to me and bringing it to you. So once again, deep breath, take note of your own answers. Journaling is always good. What are you cultivating today? What is it that is part of your story today? And how are you nurturing the soil of your growth? And it doesn't matter if you are 18, 28, 38, 48, 58, 68. There is always time for us to nurture the soil of growth. So how are you nurturing it? What are you doing on a daily basis to nurture yourself? And one more question I can leave here for us to reflect on is, what part of the process, this growth process, do you need to trust more? Do you need to connect to yourself, connect to Jesus, connect to God even more so you can take the next step? Take a deep breath and trust that growth is already happening. Thank you for being here. See you next time.